Hello, welcome. My name is Melissa. This is our second beginner full body workout class. Hopefully we'll get a few of you watching live. I already see someone on there. We'll get going here in just a moment. I was able to get my camera so it's sideways, not straight up and down. So hopefully that'll help you get a better view of our workout. Again, my name is Melissa. I'm Health Aware's registered dietitian and personal trainer. We had a great time last week, or 2 weeks ago actually, at our first class, so I'm excited to lead you through another one today. Oops, just realized the papers are all in the way. There we go. So just a few items before we get going. If you have a major medical condition such as diabetes or high blood pressure and a doctor has not cleared you for exercise, please contact them before beginning this or any exercise program. During this workout, you can expect your heart rate to increase and your breathing rate to increase, but if you feel any sudden pain in your chest, please stop exercising and call 911 or your doctor. During this workout, I don't want you to feel pain in any of your joints. You should not feel pain in your joints, like your knees or your spine. If you do, then stop performing that exercise or do a less intense modification. For example, today we'll be doing chair squats or table squats. If you start feeling pain in your knee joints, then try lowering only halfway down for a less intense modification. Or if that even bothers you, then stop the exercise, move completely, okay? So we will be working various muscle groups today as we did 2 weeks ago. So as the muscles fatigue, you may begin to feel burning sensations in those muscles. That is normal. As we stress our muscles during exercise, we cause micro tears in the muscle tissue. Over the next few hours or days following a workout, our body repairs those micro tears and actually makes the muscles stronger as a result. So muscle pain, like in your quads during our squats, that is fine. It is different than joint pain, like in your knees, okay? This is a beginner workout class, but I will be showing some intermediate modifications throughout if you want more of a challenge. You won't need any special equipment today like last time, just a sturdy chair or table. I've got a little table over there, or a towel or rug. I've got my rug and a workout mat on top of that for a little padding because we will be on the floor just a little bit as well. Beyond that, I hope you have fun and feel motivated. And I also hope that my cats stay out of the frame this time as well. We'll see. So let's get started. I have my cheat sheet notes over here so I don't forget anything. I'm going to get our music going. Adjust your clothes. We're ready. All right. Hopefully you can hear the music. I think I've got it loud enough that you can hear it. I think you should be able to see my feet and my head in the frame, okay? If at any time you have questions or comments, you can type them in. I will see those as they pop up at the bottom of the screen, okay? So let me know if the music gets too loud or you can't see me, can't hear me, anything like that, okay? Let's get going. We're gonna start with a little march. I don't know if you can hear the beat of the music. I'm marching to the beat of the music just because it makes it easier. Warming up our body, so we're doing some dynamic moves, meaning we're not holding a stretch at the beginning here. Our muscles aren't warmed up yet. We'll wait till the end of our exercise to do our long holding stretches, okay? All right, standing in the center, let's reach overhead, reach and reach. Alternating the arms, stretching throughout the side of the body. I know you can't see the top of my hand when I do this. How's that? Is that better? Keep reaching. One more on each side. Good. Let's now rotate our torso very gently with this move. Just kind of warming up the spine. Again, gentle on this move. Gentle, getting the spine ready. Kind of also starting to engage our core muscles. Good. Now moving down to our feet, to our legs. Just a little pedal with those feet. So lifting up the heel, alternating, kind of warming up our calves, warming up our legs. Give your quad muscles a little squeeze. Good. Let's go back to our marches. Warming up the entire body with this, just a little bit to increase our heart rate. We're doing mostly strength training again in this class, but your heart rate will come up a little bit. But we're getting a little bit of the cardio right here, getting the heart rate up, warming up the body. Let's do our reaches overhead again. Reach, reach. I'll back up so you can see me. So if any of you were here for the last class 2 weeks ago, I hope you were a little bit sore afterwards. All right, last one. Let's rotate the torso. It always makes me feel very happy, very pleased, very successful when people in my classes tell me they're sore. You won't get any sympathy from me. All right, let's move down now to our feet, doing those foot pedals. Are you feeling a little warmer now? Blood flowing through the body. Oh, good. Let's finish with our marches one more time. If you're watching live, you can let me know if the music is too loud or loud enough. Well, now it stops so you can't hear it. There we go. Let me know if the music is okay. I want to make sure you can hear my voice. All right, it's time for our first exercise. So for this first round, we're going to be doing a total of 5 exercises, and I'm hoping we can get through it 5 times. I'm going to go through the first set of each exercise slowly so that you can understand the technique, kind of get the hang of the move, and then through the rest of the sets we'll go a little bit quicker so I don't explain everything. For this first one, you'll need your chair or your table. This is the only exercise that you will need a chair or table for, okay? We did this move last time. We're doing our chair or table squat. So position the feet about hip distance apart, okay? Just away from the table or chair, just enough so that when you lower down, just your bottom hits the edge of the chair. So when we lower down, think core tight, knees stay behind the toes, okay? Lower down, and then bring it back up. Lower down, and back up. So you're squeezing your glutes, your bottom, as you lower down, okay? Lower down, and back up. We're trying to do 10. You don't need to do it at the same speed that I am, okay? Whatever speed you're comfortable with, keep going. If you want more of a challenge, take away that chair or table, and we're doing air squats. Keep going. Let's do 3 more. Whatever pace you're comfortable with. 1 more. And hold it there. Good. The next move we're going to do is something new. We didn't do this last time. So we're going to be working more of our core, okay? So first, arm goes up to the ceiling, kind of like Statue of Liberty, think like that. And then your opposite leg, point your toe out, kind of like a ballerina. Statue of Liberty, ballerina. And we're going to pull the elbow and the knee to meet together in the center, okay? So think about keeping your core tight, like you're wringing out your core like a rag. Whatever speed you're comfortable with, core tight on this. We don't want our back to get involved, to twist the back, to hurt the back. Keep those hips forward. Get that arm back up to the ceiling. We're aiming for 10, whatever speed you're comfortable with. Let's do just one more on this side. Now let's reverse. So other arm up to the ceiling like Statue of Liberty. Toe out, point that toe, and let's pull it in. Reach up, whatever speed you're comfortable with. Is your core tight? Did you already forget about that? I always have to remind myself. Keep going. Let's do 3, 2, 1 more. Good. Now we're moving on to our next move. How are you doing so far? Everything manageable? For this next one, this is another new exercise. So, we're gonna get this one set up first. Take a little time. Feet are about hip distance apart. We'll be doing a lunge. So this one's a little more complicated. Feet hip distance apart, and when we do our lunge, those feet stay about that wide, but you take a step back. So I'll show you from the side, about hip distance apart, and then we take a step back. So it is a wide step. Most people don't step wide enough. We're not used to this type of body position. So a wide step, because when we lower down, you want to make sure that your knee in front doesn't go past the toe, and we want to make sure this leg is going straight down. So we're only going to be lowering halfway down in this, okay? Lowering down and back up. Just a few inches down and back up. We're trying to do 10 on this side if we can, whatever speed you're comfortable with. Your back heel is lifted up. Is your core tight? Did you already forget again? Check out that knee. Is your knee staying behind your toe? How's your balance? Let's do just 2 more on this side. And let's go to the other side. So other foot comes in front. Big step back with the opposite. Nice, strong stance here, okay? Toe lifted, or heel lifted, excuse me, heel lifted in the back. Keep that knee behind the toe and lower down halfway and back up. If you do want more of a challenge, you can lower down further, okay? Lower down further. But if you want to keep it at the beginner level, just the halfway down. And again, whatever speed you're comfortable with. Keep that chest tall. Let's do 3 more. Last one. Good. How was that? Are your legs shaking now? All right, let's move down to our mat. I hope you can see me down here. I think you'll be able to. We're going to be doing an elbow plank, but we're going to do a beginner modified version of this elbow plank, okay? So laying all the way down on your tummy. And I want your elbows and forearms to be on the floor. Knees, toes on the floor as well. For this move, we're going to stay on our knees to make it a beginner move, okay? So we lift up with our hips, with our core, lift up. So we're trying to get a straight line from the head down to the knees. Okay? If you can't hold this for very long, that's okay. Lower back down. Give yourself a moment to breathe and rise back up. If this is too easy, I want you to tuck your toes under, lift your knees off of the mat. So your elbows are shoulder width apart, okay? Not narrower, not wider, just below the shoulders. Okay, whatever option you choose, take a break if you need to, lower back down, and then jump back into it. Let's do 3, 2, 1, and release. Woo! On your mat, rotate over. We're gonna do some more core work. That plank, did you feel it pretty much everywhere? Your legs, your core, your arms? Yes. Planks are great for that. So I think you can see me on the floor still. So we did this move last time. All the way down on your back. Gently rest the head on the floor. Now we're going to have our hands underneath our tailbones, kind of in a diamond shape. The purpose is to tuck the pelvis under and press the low back into the mat. We want to keep that low back on the mat, all right? Thinking about engaging the abdominal muscles, those core muscles. Bring the knees up to a 90-degree angle. And one at a time, we're going to tap the heel down to the floor. Tap the heel down to the floor. Whatever speed you are comfortable with. Remember, keep that low back pressed into the mat. A little tilt of the pelvis with the hands underneath. If this is too easy, you want more of a challenge, try it with straight legs. Lowering down and lifting back up, keeping straight at the knee. Let's do one more on each side. Good. Lower those feet down. And we made it through our first round. Help yourself up. How do you feel? Don't get lightheaded standing up. We're starting over at the very beginning, so find your bench or your table, your chair, whatever you're using. Position your feet about hip distance apart. Okay, and let's lower down. Whatever speed you're comfortable with. Try to get to 10 if you can. We're going to go through this set a little more quickly. How's your heart rate? Has it increased? Are you sweaty? I am sweaty. I hope I'm not the only one. Let's do one more. Good. How was that? You feeling it in your bottom, in your glutes, in your quads? I hope so. Our next move, our Statue of Liberty move. Arm extended overhead, toe point, and pull into the center. Whatever speed you like. Breathe. Keep that core tight. We're trying to do 10. So for all of our exercises, try to aim for 10 repetitions. I'll be honest, I'm not actually counting right now. I can't count and talk to you at the same time, but we're doing a ballpark. You can count at home. Let's do one more on this side and switch. Other side. Point the toe, arm up like Statue of Liberty, and pull in. Really think about engaging those core muscles. Squeeze. Bring it out like a rag. Make sure you keep those hips forward though. Are you breathing? Let's do 2 more. Last one. Good. Moving back now to our lunge. Takes a little more time to set this one up. Remember, feet about hip distance apart. Step back, big step. Lift the heel in the back. Knee stays behind the toe. And let's lower down and back up. Halfway down and back up. Just a few inches down, just enough to engage those quads. Keep going. Whatever speed you like. Keep that chest up, that torso up, core tight. How about one more on this side? Other side. Switch feet. Big step back. Heel lifted, knee behind the toe, very important. If you forget everything else I tell you about this move, remember that part, okay? Lower down and back up. Core tight. Chest lifted and breathe. Let's do 3 more. 2 and 1. Good. Down to the mat. We're doing those elbow planks. Knees if you like, or on the toes if you want more of a challenge. All right. All the way down to the floor. Elbows right below the shoulders. Lift up onto your knees if that's where you're comfortable. Hold it for as long as you can before needing to release. If you want more of a challenge, lift up those knees, up on the toes. So straight line from the head all the way down to the feet. Core is tight, legs are tight, arms are shaking. 3, 2, 1, and lower down. Very good. Flip on over. We're going back to those heel taps, core moves. Crooked here. All the way down on your back. All right, remember hands in that diamond shape underneath the tailbone to tuck the pelvis, press the back into the lower mat, knees up, And let's lower down. One at a time, or straight legs, if you want more of a challenge. Try to keep that 90-degree bend at the knee during the entire move. My cat's standing in the middle of the camera. Okay, there we go. Keep going. Let's do one more on each side. Good, relax. Help yourself up. We've made it through 2 rounds. Do you think we have 3 more rounds in us? Stand on up. Find your table, your chair. Adjust your pants, your shirt, okay? Feet about hip distance apart. Are you ready? Find that table behind you, that chair. Lower down and back up. I don't even think I hit it. Lower down, there we go, and back up. Again on this move, make sure those knees stay behind the toes. Are you squeezing your glutes when you stand back up? Squeeze. Squeeze. How about your core? Is that still tight? Did you forget? Always keep that core tight. Also on this move, make sure your knees aren't bending in. Keep going. Make sure your knees stay forward. Knees and toes are going the same direction, okay? Let's do one more. Good. Whew. Back to our Statue of Liberty move. Arm overhead, toe extended, and let's pull them into the center. Whew. Trying to tuck my shirt back into the back. Pull it in. Pull in. Good. Keep the core tight. Point that toe. How are we doing? How about one more on this side? Let's switch, other side. Point the toe, reach, pull in, pull in. I hope you're breathing now. Woo! Should have aimed a fan at myself before I started. Didn't realize I'd get so warm. Pull, pull. Let's do one more on this side. Good. Now get those legs set up for the lunge. I'll show you some from this direction and straight on, okay? Feet apart, big step, heel lifted, knee behind the toe, and let's lower down, just halfway. Core tight, keep that body straight up and down. Think about pushing the knee down to the floor, pushing down, pulling up. It is an up and down movement, not a front to back movement. Keep going. So from the front, this is what our move looks like, okay? One more on this side. Good, other side. Take that other leg back, heel lifted, knee behind the toe, and lower down. How's your balance now that we're halfway through? Is your balance improving or is it getting worse? Keep going. Core tight. How about 3, 2, and 1. Good. Down to the floor. Whew. I'm going to turn my music up a little. I think this song is quiet. There we go. All right. All the way down. Elbows below the shoulders. Hands resting on the floor. You can have them in fists. You can have them flat, whatever you like. Up onto those knees. Keep the core tight. This is a core move, an arm move, and legs as well. If you like, bring those knees up. Or if you want, keep those knees on the ground. Oh, sorry. 3, 2, 1, and lower down. Good. Rotate on over. Onto your back. Hands below that tailbone, or under the tailbone. All right, feet up, 90 degrees. Lower down one at a time, here we go. Keep the core tight. Think about flexing, squeezing the core muscles. Try to relax your neck. That's one that I have a hard time remembering. Relax the neck. Use the core muscles, the abdominal muscles. That's where our focus should be. One more on each side. Good. Relax. Roll yourself up. You have 2 more rounds in you. Let's do it. Grab water if you need it. Whew. Readjust your clothes. Ooh, my shirt came untucked. Find your chair and your table. We're going to do our squats again. Feet about hip distance apart. Seat right behind you. Core tight. Here we go. Keep going. I'm watching my cat try to get off of the fireplace mantle. Keep going. Do any of you have pets at home? Do they interrupt your exercise? Mine do pretty much every time. Let's do one more. Good. Whew. How are you feeling? Grab water if you need it. Whew. I'm gonna grab water. We're moving to our Statue of Liberty move. Arm extended, toe extended, point the toe, pull them into the center, core tight. You can put your hand on your core if that helps you to remember to keep everything tight, or if that's the move, that's the area we're working with this move. Keep going. Let's do 3, 2, and 1. How about the other side? Point the toe, arm up, pull it in. Did you hear that thud? That was the cat falling off the mantle. Keep going. Let's do 3, 2, and 1. Good. Back to our lunge. We're already there again. Get those feet set up. Nice wide stance. Knee behind the toe as we lower down. Let's go. Straight down. Just halfway down. Keep that torso nice and tall. Gaze at something ahead of you, if that helps. Down and up. If you do want more of that challenge, lower down further. 2, and 1. How about the other side? Switch those feet. Nice wide stance. Make sure you're not tipping over. If you are finding that you're having a problem staying balanced, then your feet are too narrow, okay? So we don't want our feet like this. We want them wider. Let's do it. Whatever speed you're comfortable with. Core tight. If you want more, lower down. Or if you're fine here, that's good too. Let's do 3, 2, and 1. Down to the mat for that plank. On the elbows, elbows beneath the shoulders. When you're ready, lift up onto those knees or onto the toes if you want more of that challenge. So up on the toes, looks like this. When you're on your toes, your quads tighten up. Or on your knees if you're comfortable there. You can also put a pad underneath your knees if this bothers your knees. I have sensitive knees, so I understand. Let's do 3, 2, 1, and lower down. Rotate over, moving back to that core move. Have you felt your core in most of these exercises though? You should be feeling your core in pretty much every exercise you do. Onto that back. Hands under the tailbone to tilt the pelvis. Relax your neck. Knees up, 90 degrees at the knees and the hips. And tap down. Your own speed, whatever you like. Or straight legs if you want more of a challenge. So here, if you want more of a challenge. Keep going. Are you still breathing? Make sure you're breathing. How about one more on each side? Good. Relax, roll yourself up. One more set. We're going through the exercises just one more time. Give them all you've got and then we'll stretch. Find your table, your chair. Feet hip distance apart. Knees behind the toes when you lower down. Core tight. And let's do it. Or if you want more of the challenge, just take away the table, take away the chair, and do air squats. Are you still squeezing your glutes? Squeeze them. How about 3, 2, and 1. Good. Statue of Liberty arm up, toe extended. Let's pull center. Are you breathing? Woo. Keep going. I can feel the sweat on my forehead. I'm glad that this shows me very tiny so you can't see that on your screen. How about one more? Good, other side. Toe extended, arm up, pull. Are you imagining the Statue of Liberty when you're doing this? Sometimes those visual aids help. Imagine arm up like Statue of Liberty. 2 more. Good. Back to our lunge. Big wide step. Feet about hip distance apart. Woo! Knee behind the toe. Lower down. Core is tight. If you need to put your hands there to remind yourself, that's okay. 3, 2, 1. Reverse. Switch those feet. Core tight, knee behind toe, and lower down. Halfway down. Or if you really want to challenge, all the way down. You don't have to hit your knee into the ground if you don't want to. I don't like doing that. 3, 2, and 1. How are your legs now? Are they shaking? I hope so. Take it down to your plank. Onto those elbows. All right, elbows below the shoulders. Lift up onto those knees if you like, or all the way to the toes. Hold as long as you can. If you need to lower down and rest, that's completely fine. I'm giving you enough time so that you can do that a few times in here. Hello. Or if you need to hold it, or if you want to hold it all the way up, that's fine. Let's do 3, 2, 1, and lower down. Reverse it all the way to your back. Last set of these. Onto the back, hands below the tailbone. Press the back into the low mat this entire time. Knees up, and let's go. Right and left. Core tight. Put all the tension right into your abdominal muscles, into your core. Relax the neck. Relax the shoulders if you can. Think about the core. Keep going. A few extra. 1 more on each side. And relax. We made it. How do you feel? Do you feel ready to stretch? I do. I've got some more soothing music for us to stretch. Now we're ready. Go ahead and stay down on the floor if you stood up. All the way back down. All right. Feet extended out in front of you. Hopefully you can see me. Okay. Bring one of your knees up to your chest as close as you can get it. I'll show you from the side. There we go. We're trying to stretch out our glute, our back a little bit. Holding it there. Good. How about the other side? Release that one down. Pull your other knee up. If you can't bend your knee very far, you can hold on the back of your hamstring, on the back of your leg. So pull that knee in. Good, set that one down. Stay seated, rotating around. We're going to reach forward now. Reach all the way for those toes. As low as you can go comfortably. We're stretching out the entire back side of the leg now. I'll show you from the side on this one as well. Stretching out the entire back side of the leg. As low as you're comfortable. If this is where you're comfortable, great. If you can touch your knees or your nose to your knees, that's great too. Wherever you feel the stretch. I love this stretch. Breathe into our stretch. Breathe into those muscles. We work those. Now we're gonna let them cool down. Good. And bring it back up. I'm gonna rotate myself back around. All right, seated up nice and tall. Take one of your arms, reach out to the side, and tilt your neck away from that arm. Okay, so nice neck stretch, trap stretch, that's right here on top of our shoulders. These are our trapezoid muscles. Shoulder stretch, arm stretch. Now slowly try to walk the fingers away from your body. Very, very slowly, like millimeters away. Hold it wherever you feel stretch. Good, and release. Let's take it to the other side. Neck tilt, reach the arm out. Breathe into this one, very gentle on the neck. Are your core muscles still pulled in? Walk that hand slowly away, very, very small. You'll feel the stretch more through your arm as you do this, and all the way up through the neck. Hold it there, and release. Now moving on to a deltoid stretch, so our shoulders. That's what we're working in the plank. One of the muscles we're working. Take one arm straight across the body, grab it with your opposite arm, and we're stretching all along the outside of this arm, along the shoulder. Breathe into it. Can you feel it in your back as well? Kind of around the top of your scapula, your shoulder blade. How about the other side? Has your breathing slowed down a little bit? Heart rate slowed down a little bit? I can feel the sweat trickling down my torso. Breathe. Good. Relax that from here. Help yourself all the way to a standing position very carefully. Readjust your clothes again. Now clasp those hands behind the back, and we're going to stretch our chest. Breathe into this. Wherever you're comfortable, if down low is comfortable and you feel the stretch, that's great. If you want more of a stretch, pull those arms further back, further up behind you. Stretching all the way across the chest, through the arms, and relax down. Next, we're going to be stretching our hip flexors. So in that same type of lunge position, wide feet, but this time think about pushing the body forward a bit, okay? Pushing forward. We want to feel the stretch on that front leg, the leg that's extended behind you. You want to feel it in the front of that leg, all the way from the knee up through the hip. I love this stretch. Probably all of our hip flexor muscles are overly tight. I know I have that issue with so much sitting that we do. Let's switch to the other side. Lunge into it. I'll show you from the front. Okay? Nice and low. Press that hip forward to get a deeper stretch all in the front of that leg. How are you feeling? I hope you're feeling better. Our heart rates are down lower. All right, bring those feet together. One more stretch. Clasp the hands again. Reach all the way overhead. Stretch out your entire body, your core, your arms. Think about separating each one of your vertebrae as you reach up nice and tall. And let the arms float back down. We made it. Are you giving yourselves a hand? We made it. Excellent work. I hope you enjoyed this workout. I know I did. Actually, starting next week for the month of June, we're going to be doing these full body workouts every week. We're moving it to Thursday mornings at 9 o'clock. I'll be sending out an email to our Health Aware and Fitness Center members about this. But we want to be able to provide this to you every week. So Thursday, 9 a.m. starting next week through the month of June. We'll have it each week. So I look forward to seeing you next week. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to type them in. I will see them even after this video ends. So I hope to see you next week. Go drink some water. You did a great job. Bye, everyone.